Hello everybody, SoCal Thero here, welcoming you back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Today we're going to be taking a load of tires from I can't talk right now. Albuquerque, New Mexico to, I don't know how you pronounce that, to Macari, New Mexico, I'm assuming? I don't know why Sunrise Crops needs a whole trailer of tires, but who knows? Maybe it's not the whole trailer. But I'm going to be driving the Mack R. As you guys know, the last time I drove this thing, I actually kind of fell in love with it here. Wait, I don't want to climb in here just yet. Let's go ahead and start it up first outside before I climb into it here, so you can hear it. Oh, man. I love that sound. Oh man, that really sold me after I got this truck on using older trucks like this. So as you can see, the mod works in here too. We got some details in here. I got my tissue box in case I'm sick, a road map in case my navigation dies, a teddy bear like I mentioned before. It's going to be kind of my thing that I have in here. Our work chart here, and then I have the steak bobblehead because I was a big fan of that series. Let's go ahead and, yep, we got the parking brake on. Let's go ahead and turn that off. There we go. Now we're gonna pull out here. I love the sound of that motor. Although I do worry that it's getting overworked when I'm driving an automatic and it's high revving it the way it is. And I know I'll get some flack for that too. I'll be like, why isn't it an automatic when it's really a stick shift? But truth be told, I don't have a shifter I feel comfortable with American Truck Simulator. I almost beefed it into the fence. There we go. Oh, we're going. We're running it. There we go. But yeah, I don't have the. I just have the Logitech G27 shifter here that came with my steering wheel and pedals. So I don't really have anything for truck driving, like with multiple gears and whatnot. This thing only has 6. I think it has 6. I'm not even sure what it has. I've never used it before. It's set up and it's plugged in and everything's good to go. I just never have used it. Yeah, that guy's kind of flying. He's trying to beat the light too. Okay. Oh, left turn. Never mind. I was about ready to go there. It'll be quiet here so you guys can hear it take off. Man, I really like the sound of this truck. It is so cool to hear. And we went with the bigger motor in it. I think it's a, I think it was straight 6 or something like that. I don't know motors either with trucks like this. I think that's what it was. Basically, I went with whatever had the most horsepower, and it wasn't much by any means. But with an older truck like this, you gotta believe it's not going to have that much horsepower because it's an older truck and they didn't have all the technology we have today to put in these things. Man, it is really struggling up this hill. There we go. I don't know about you, but if I left something high revving that long, I'd get a little worried that I was going to blow the motor. There we go. And we are on the highway. We are in an exit-only lane, though. This guy's not gonna let me over, but this guy is. Thank you. Right lane exit only ahead again. Okay, well, I'm gonna get over again. Hope I can, anyways. Yep, we're good. Oh, that's cool. The bobblehead actually bobbles around when you like jerk the wheel. I didn't even notice that till now. That's cool. Oh, let's get over for this guy here. Slow down for it too. Just catch some of that Jake brake. Man, it is just high revving the shit out of this truck. I really hope I'm not breaking it right now. I can hear, or I could already feel the bad driving negative comments and that I'm gonna get for this kind of driving in this thing. I pretty much kept it the same as the last time I used it when we did that episode with towing the Kenworth trucks behind it. Other than I went with the new paint job, I wanted to go with the vintage one that well, it's called vintage. It's called like vintage or retro stripes, which I thought was pretty cool and pretty fitting for the truck. And then when I saw it had all the interior mod additions to it, I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and start adding those too, because this is a truck I plan on keeping as long as it doesn't break my game, because it's a lot of fun to drive, and it sounds really amazing. There we go. You know what? I just realized something too. Since the last time we used it, I didn't fill up the gas. I only have a half a tank right now. At least as far as I could tell, if I'm reading that correctly. So I hope I have enough gas to make it there. I'm gonna have to check here and see. I have 162 miles to go. Okay, I should be fine. I don't remember how big the tank is. It's not that big. Because there ain't much to choose for this chassis. It's pretty much, do you want this set of headlights or do you want the dual headlights? Which I just kept it to the same headlights as before. Here, I'll show you guys. There you go. And as you can see, I'm a terrible driver in third person. I have no idea how people can do that. There's a guy that I bought some vehicles for, like some dev resources, like the vehicles base models for GTA 5. His name was Lamping, and when I was talking to him, he was playing this game and he was playing it in third person, and I was like, dude, I don't know how you do that. I could not play this game in third person. My driving is just, it's pretty garbage as it is in first person with the steering wheel. And it was even worse when I was just using the keyboard before, when the game first came out, before I got my new setup and I built it. But after doing it for so long, there's just no way I could do a third person route, like driving in third person. Oh man, that's a nice truck right there. I feel like a jackass too, being in the center lane and just holding up all kinds of traffic. Everybody going around me. Oh, he's gonna let me over. Thank you. Trying to free up the lane here. I kept thinking it was gonna end, so let off the throttle a little bit here. I've been pretty much just foot to floor. You're not gonna let me in, are you? Oh no. I hate to cut you off a second time, but you didn't pass me when you had the chance. Now I'm just gonna ride this lane. There you go, now you're getting smart. Weather's looking a little cloudy out, but I don't think it's gonna rain. It didn't say anything about incoming rain, so that's pretty cool. And then going back to the GTA 5 subject, just want to let you guys know, like, some people have asked, like, what kind of timeline I have, like, for projects coming up. I have the OCRP civilian vehicles that I'm building right now. After I complete that, they have a request. No, I'm not going to be able to get over quick enough. Here you go. Sorry, officer, trying. But they have a request for a RV that you can enter and use, so I have to make that next, which I kind of started on already, so that'll be pretty interesting to make. I'll try to live stream it more so you guys can see it too and check it out. And then after that, they just have a few tweaks they want to do to their LEO vehicles and add an additional vehicle, and then everything will be set for now until they have more ideas that they want to throw my way, see if I can make them, or if I see something that maybe they might want and get Jeff and Dave's approval. After that, I'm going to finally go back to making stuff for the GTA 5 community. The next project I'm going to work on after that is going to be my CHP vehicle pack that I plan on making here. I've showcased it a little bit, I streamed it a little bit when I made I made 3 versions of the Ford Crown Victoria from the CHP. I made one with the old rotator light bar that they used to have, and then I had the new one with the Liberty and then a slick top. And then I also made the 2008-ish body style Dodge Charger that they used to have too, both with the rotator roof bar they used to have, which I had no idea they used it on it. It looks terrible, but it was a thing apparently. But I have that as well as the slick top version of it, and I did not see anything else with a Liberty, so I didn't make a Liberty version of that one. And then after that's completed, I just have the Ford Explorer, the Tahoe, and the Charger to make, and then it's all done, and then I'll be able to release that to you guys. It'll be non-ELS, so people can use it in their servers if they want to. And finally, people will stop purchasing my DOJ made one that was stolen from the server. I can't tell you how many times I've had people come up to me and ask me, like, hey, can I get the templates for these cars? And I go, no, those were made for DOJ. They're private use. It was made just for them, and the only reason they're out in the public is because somebody came along and stole them from the server. They pulled them from the server files, and they've been giving them, well, I haven't even been giving them away. They've been selling them, which is something that's been really pissing me off. I cannot stand when somebody takes somebody else's work like that and tries to sell it. Like, it's unbelievable. I went through all the trouble. I went through 7 months of building those and constantly being critiquing on, like, hey, you need to do this or you need to change that, to finally when somebody steals it, they're out there gaining from my hard work by charging other people for it. So by me making this, I hope it deters people from buying that one anymore, because one, it's not going to be as accurate as the real thing. The one I'm making now is even more accurate and more like closer to the real life CHP fleet of vehicles, that I'm hoping it deters people away from using that one, for one. And then two, we'll see if anybody wants to use it, and then hopefully I'll get some recognition for it. I'm sure I'll see something, which will be nice. I was at work today. I had my Discord open on my Chrome, my Google Chrome, while I was working on emails at work, and I got a notification that somebody pinged me at my Discord, and I was like, oh, what is this? Usually when I get pinged, it's something like, hey, I can't do this, or hey, can you help me install that, or just like one-off random things. This guy actually joined my Discord, and I feel really bad. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he joined my Discord just to tell me that he appreciated all the work that me and the other members of OCRP went through to make the LEO vehicles, and then on top of it, went out and released it to the public to use, and everybody else that wanted to put them in their servers. And it really meant a lot to him, apparently, and he was complimenting us for it, and I really appreciated something like that. It was good feedback to get, basically. Oh, Hand got stuck on my wheel there for a second. And that's stuff I like to do. I get tired of the paywall stuff. Well, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with paywall. Like, if somebody builds something and they want to sell it, more power to them. Buying a 3D model is not cheap. It's as equivalent price as purchasing 3 GTA 5s when they were brand new. So I can't blame somebody for wanting to get some sort of return on their investment. So and I've paid for some models too. Like, I have a gentleman by the name of Kane. I have his Chevy Caprice that he built. I purchased it from him, and it was pretty expensive. I ain't gonna lie, but it was worth it because it was a good quality model, and I didn't see the problem with paying for somebody else's time to make it. So it was pretty nice of him to be willing to sell it to me. And I don't have a problem with stuff like that. What I have a problem with is when somebody goes off and purchases from somebody else and then they start selling the other person's work. Or they don't purchase it from somebody else, they steal it from them, and then they start selling it for their own profit. I cannot stand that. When this guy that came up to me before and told me he had to buy my DOJ CHP pack, I didn't really show it in the comment when I wrote him back, but I was pretty livid. And not at him, but at the person that was selling it to him. Because he had to sit there and pay his own money for some vehicles that were stolen that he had no idea about. And there's somebody else out there profiting off of my work. I was just, it just really kind of pissed me off to hear something like that was going on. But apparently it's been going on for a while. I've been kind of mute to the whole thing. I didn't realize, I knew they had been taken off of the server and stolen, but I had no idea that people were actually selling them. It was pretty upsetting to say the least. And I mean, they're not that, I mean, they're pretty good. I'm not gonna toot my horn and say they're the best CHP pack out there, because they're not. There's inaccuracies in them, even to this day, even with all the stuff that I tried to do with them. But to go along and sell them just because they used to be in DLJ's server is kind of shitty, for one, and then two, not having the rights to them and not even creating them is even worse. Man, this mirror was really in my way. I gotta really lean back here just so I can see around the mirror. Alright, we're gonna go after this Mustang. There you go. And hopefully this side's clear. Looks cleared. Alright, we're going. Gotta get these guys their tires, which looks like we're coming up to pretty soon here. No, I'm gonna head back west to go to Albuquerque again. Trying to climb this hill right now. Yeah, this truck sounds like it's working so hard right now. I think it's the, yeah, it's the light that I'm making the left. Sorry, I gotta find my Jake brake there. Might have missed this light, damn it. Let's try to pull up so we can keep the flow of traffic going here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm kind of in the lane still. It's gonna let me go? Is it that state? Yes, it is. Alright. It's gonna take me the whole light just to get through. Sorry if there was anybody behind me. Jeez. These tires must be pretty heavy. It was nice though, didn't end up stopping at a scale. The cop right there, his wheels just popped in. That was strange. Wheels aren't popping in on his Taurus. Alright, we're good there. Perfect. So yeah, next will be my CHP pack, and when I make my CHP pack, I've been asked countless times if I would release the dev version of the 2015 Ford Explorer that I have, because it has the 3D modeled interior, and I said I would, as long as I got permission. I got permission a while back from the creators of it. The Herc made the interior, basically I pulled it out of his 16. Officer Underwood made the gauges and the radio area for the Ford Taurus, which is the same, so I pulled it out of there. And then the base model of the Explorer was made by Voodoo from GTA Mods. So, or GTA Mod Center. I can't remember which one. It's down right now, but it's one of those sites. And I'm using his base model for the Explorer, so a lot of work's been put into it. If you guys haven't seen it already, it's the one that's used by the Sandy Shores Police Department and OCRP. It's also part of the downloads too. So once I make my CHP pack for that, using that Explorer because that's the Explorer they use, then I'll release the dev model version of it so you guys can have a good 3D model out there. It's not the best. I never say my work is the best, but it's a little bit better than the selection you can get right now, so I hope you guys appreciate that. And then after that, the next dev model I plan on releasing is my Ford Fusion. Wow, coming in hot. Holy cow. My Ford Fusion is something that I paid for with your guys' donations. Like I said, your donations always go back into my work. And I always try to, if I do purchase something and somebody did, and I have the ability to, I release it to the public too. So even with your guys' donations, you guys pretty much buy something for me to work on, and then I'll still release it either way so other people can use it too. I just don't see the need to keep models private and to yourself only. Because if one day I get burned out on this, which I've hit the wall a few times, and when I record, it definitely feels like I hit the wall because I'm just like, I'd rather record. I'd rather play a video game than do development work. I don't like to be the only one holding on to the model if I'm not going to be active. It just doesn't make sense to me. Alright, let's try to get this in here on the first shot. Gonna have to do a little bit of blindsiding here. Okay, that's real. Oh, whoa, whoa! Letting it get away from us. Okay, now we're not blindsiding it, and yeah, we definitely let it get away from us. We got lucky nothing else was there. And there we go. Go ahead and put that parking brake on. Let's kill the engine and get out and take a look. That is not bad. That's pretty good for me. Oh, they must need a lot of tires here. So we're gonna go ahead and uncouple the trailer. Let them have their trailer here. Perfect. So we got excellent on that one. We drove 203 miles and probably cooked our motor. It was so loud. It took us 5 hours and 13 minutes to do it. We consumed 34.8 gallons of fuel. We earned $7,976 on this trip. I think with the next one, or probably the one after that, we will be leveling up, which will be really nice. But yeah. Yeah, this one was only 368, so yeah, maybe the next one, if it's still around the same, we might level up. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of American Truck Simulator. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought. If you don't feel like leaving a comment down below, another way to let me know that you enjoyed this episode is by simply clicking the like button. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I will see you on another episode of American Truck Simulator. Take care.